Welcome back to the show, everybody. Now, if there were an award for longest game title of E3, Warhammer 40K Inquisitor Martyr would definitely be in the running. Victor here is lead writer on the game. Welcome to the show.
Well, thanks for having me.
Tell us all about what is Warhammer 40K Inquisitor Martyr.
Well, this is an open-world sandbox action RPG set in the grim dark future in the universe of Warhammer 40,000.
All right, and what are we seeing here?
This is, well, when we say open world, we are talking about our entire, our sandbox. We have a sandbox in the large universe, and this is called the Caligari sector, and what you saw there was a tiny segment of the star map. You are going to be able to access missions from the star map because you are an Inquisitor, you are a powerful secret agent of the Imperium of Man. So you are going to roam around in the Caligari sector in your spaceship and taking on missions and fighting the heretics and purging the unclean. And well, when you are accessing a mission on the star map, we have subsectors, we have star systems, and each star system has several points of interest. Then you access a point of interest, you go on a mission, and what you see here is exactly what happens when you go on a mission. You enter a very traditional action RPG map with lots and lots of improvements.
Does the player need to be familiar with the Warhammer 40K universe and lore to be able to jump into this game?
We wanted to create a game which is accessible for action RPG players who have no idea what the 40K universe is all about, and for 40K players who have no idea what an action RPG is. So we are going to have tutorials, we are going to have stories that tell you everything you need to know about Warhammer 40K.
Okay. Is this being made as a PC exclusive?
No, we are going to release this first on PCs and then Xbox One and PS4.
Awesome. So it looks like we're seeing gameplay on PC right now.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about what we're seeing on screen?
We are seeing right now one of the new features we implemented into the game. This is the cover system and the more tactical gameplay, because we always thought that the action RPGs would be a great fit to the 40K universe, but we also wanted to have that very feeling of warfare, which is an integral part of the 40K universe. So we have a more tactical AI, we have smaller groups of opponents, we have big bosses like the one you saw there, where you can shoot off, it just happened, you can shoot off special body parts, getting rid of special abilities. You are going to have enemies that use the cover system, execution animations, just like that. And we are going to have fully destructible environments, so you can trash the whole place if you want to. And you have to be very careful because covers can be destroyed as well, and that could be very unhealthy for your Inquisitor.
Or are we just seeing a little bit of the destruction right there?
Yes. Sometimes when whole pillars come crashing down, they can destroy your enemies as well, or you on the other hand, so you have to be very careful where you are standing on the map.
Is this a single-player game?
No, it's an open-world sandbox where you can play a single-player game, but you can always have cooperative gameplay up to 4 people. And there is a single-player campaign which is part of the open world, so you can access that on the star map. That will be a single player only, a very traditional action RPG story that for various reasons is your very, very personal investigation. So only you can take that mission.
So what can you tell us about the story that you're telling in the campaign?
The campaign itself, the sector itself has lots and lots of ongoing storylines. So we have conflicts, we have ongoing stories, and we have the single-player campaign, which is set on the decks of an abandoned fortress monastery, and it has some dark secrets to hide.
Interesting. Is the action RPG style game new for Warhammer 40K?
This is the very, very first action RPG in this universe, yes.
So what was the inspiration for that? What made you think, I think this would work really well for Warhammer?
We have experience with action RPG games. We created the Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing games.
Sure.
So, and we are also huge fans of the 40K universe. So there was a time when we thought that why aren't there any action RPGs set in this universe? And if there aren't any, why shouldn't we be the first to create one?
Would you say that people that are fans or familiar with the Van Helsing games are going to feel this is going to feel familiar to them?
There are certain elements. This is a very traditional action RPG in a way, but there are so many new things, so many improvements over the classic elements. Like, for example, this new character we see here, it's an assassin type Inquisitor. She is going to have entirely new skill set, entirely new tactics that you have to employ in order to overcome your enemies. There are plenty of things which haven't been in the Van Helsing games, but we used our experience that we gathered during those games to create this new action RPG.
Is it safe to assume there's a lot of loot to be found in the game?
Yes, well, we don't have loot implemented yet,
Okay.
because that's one of those areas where it is very, very difficult to implement the action RPG mechanics into the 40K universe, which has very strict rules. So we are experimenting with various ideas how we could implement a loot system which is also faithful to the law. But
Interesting.
I think that we have the solution now.
Really?
Actually, we have 4 solutions at the moment, so we are experimenting with all those at the moment.
What about classes? Are there several classes to choose from at the beginning?
We have 3 available classes. You can see 2 of those. The Crusader, he is the Crusader type Inquisitor. The other one, the Fierce Lady, used to be an assassin. She's the Assassin type Inquisitor. And there will be a 3rd one that we are going to reveal in the near future.
And then how does cooperative play work? You said there's a campaign that's intended to be a single player experience, and then how does it work finding other players and other games to join?
It's a bit too early to talk about it.
Okay.
We are still toying with the ideas, but it will be a very enjoyable cooperative game.
You got a note on here that says this is pre-alpha build.
Yes.
Is there a release window for this game yet?
We are going to release this game next year.
Next year.
Yes, and when it's ready.
Well, sure. Hopefully when it's ready. Victor, thank you so much for coming by the show.
Well,
this is
thanks for having
Warhammer
me.
40K Inquisitor Martyr. You can play it next year. Stay tuned. More to come from IGN Live here at E3 2016 after this.